Hello everyone, welcome into today's reaction video. My name is KL and it is time for another episode of The Last of Us. Today is episode 6 called Kin. Thank you so much for being here, and if you want to get caught up on my Last of Us reactions, click up here in the corner for the playlist, also linked down in the description. It's no secret that I'm loving this show and I have an idea of what's going to be happening in this episode, so I am so excited. Not going to waste any time here. As always, if you want access to community, full-length reactions, exclusive reactions, polls, all of that stuff, and you want to support the channel, feel free to come over to Patreon and do that. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel here, please make sure you do so. Thank you so much to all of my YouTube subscribers and my Patreon members. And with that, let's go ahead and press play. No. God. Bella's scream right there. So good. Alberta mountains. Let's heckin' go. 3 months later, time jump. I had a feeling that was coming.
And the gun.
Who the hell are you?
Just someone passing through. Take the gun out, 2 fingers only, put it out of reach.
Why didn't you shoot him?
The gun's all the way over there. He didn't hurt me, by the way.
Yeah, I got eyes.
No, Joel.
You made him soup?
Yeah, I did.
I'm looking for my brother.
Well, I ain't seen him.
I haven't told you what he looks like.
He look anything like you?
Bit?
Then I ain't seen him.
He's got a girl with him.
Can I come down?
No. Ellie,
Oh, wow.
This is
what
funny.
did I just say?
Joel, come on, there's like 1,000.
Who's this little psycho?
Never mind her. I need you to tell us where we are.
If you got a map, why you lost?
Must have missed all the street signs in the enormous fucking forest.
Holy.
And your answer better be the same as your wife's.
You telling the truth?
Yeah?
Are you telling me the truth?
Yeah?
Well, you found a great place to hide, I guess.
I came here before you were born, Sonny. If you come this far, then you know it's out there. Anywhere people used to be, you can't go there no more.
What about the fireflies?
We get those in the summer.
The bugs, the people.
There are firefly people?
I love them.
Any advice on the best way west?
Yeah, go east. But you never go past the river here.
What's past the river?
Death. But we see the bodies they leave behind. If your brother's west of the river, he's gone.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
You don't seriously believe them.
We've lived here a long time.
Yeah, you can tell.
Put that back.
I don't know anything.
Ellie.
Never heard of the fireflies. Joel,
Shut up.
holy shit, are you dying?
Fine.
No, but are you? Because just a reminder that if you're dead, I'm fucked.
Shut up, fine.
Interesting.
So let's go and find Tommy and the fireflies. All we have to do is cross the river of death.
I love their house. They're out here just living their best life by themselves. It's what you gotta do in a world like this, I feel. I'm gonna be really looking at the mountains, you guys. I'm so interested where they filmed all this. Oh, Mount Yamnuska, ayo.
There's some caves along the river. We'll set up camp there, cross in the morning.
Should have stolen 2 rabbits.
We can get our own rabbits.
You gonna teach me how?
Just keep moving.
So cool. Lovely.
Come down from there, you're gonna break your neck.
She's fine.
Can I have some?
No.
What? Just to warm up? Yep, so gross.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we find the fireflies, it all works. They draw my blood and put it through some of their fancy machines and make a cure.
Okay.
Then what? Like, what do we do?
Well, it's a we.
Okay, fine, whatever. You can do anything you want.
It's never been an option. An old farmhouse, a ranch.
What kind?
Sheep. They're quiet, do what they're told.
Yeah, okay.
And what about you? Where are you gonna go?
It's probably because I grew up in the QZ. Behind you, there's ocean, and ahead of you, there's a wall. Or else to look but up. I read everything I could in the school library. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell. But you know who my favorite is?
Sally Ride.
Sally fucking Ride. Best astronaut name ever. It'll work, right? The vaccine.
Her facial expression changes there were great.
I tried with Sam.
Tried what?
I knew he was infected. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite. I wanted to save him.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of things, but she's no fool.
Want to take first watch or second?
I'll do both.
Aw,
Get some sleep.
Joel.
Dream of sheep ranches on the moon.
Interesting that she told Joel that. I had a feeling Ellie was smart enough to know that what she was doing to Sam wouldn't actually work, but I feel like there was a little hope there with her that maybe it could. But yeah, she
Still
knew
mumbling in your sleep. You were passed out, so I took second watch.
You gotta wake me up if that happens. You can't do things like this.
But I can, because I just did.
I'm responsible for you, okay?
Then don't fall asleep.
He needs to sleep too, though.
I looked for tracks. I found the high ground.
I have the high ground.
What can I say, man? I'm a natural.
Wake me up next time.
I love the fresh snow. This bridge, this was in the trailer. I still am not sure exactly where it is. It is the Canmore Engine Bridge in Canmore, Alberta.
The River of Death. Still no people.
They picked a great day to film this on. Damn. I bet they were just waiting for snow. Don't have to wait long up here in the wintertime. I love that the river isn't quite frozen over either.
I'm learning how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it sound like I know how to whistle?
I don't really know how to whistle, especially not like, I definitely don't know how to do it like that.
You should teach me how to hunt. She's a girl. She can't handle it.
Can handle the shooting. Not so sure about the dressing. The part where you take the guts out.
Oh, yeah. Why do they call it dressing? Should call it undressing.
Yeah, this is all filmed in Kananaskis, which is cool.
Damn.
You're no Will Livingston.
Yeah, but who is? So that made electricity?
Yeah, don't ask me. I don't have a clue.
I love that we're getting this time with them, exploring in the forest, walking around. It's great.
What if this is the River of Death?
Maybe it is. Sick.
We ain't looking for any trouble. We're just passing through.
Oh, the shot of Yamnuska in the background there. Oh, it's such an awesome looking mountain.
You.
That's Troy Baker.
5 steps back.
Is that Troy Baker? That looks like his eyes. So it's not him, but please tell me I'm not the only one that sees a resemblance.
If you're infected, he will smell it and he will rip you up.
Aw.
Like I said, we'll just move on.
Now her.
Aw.
What are you doing out here?
Just looking for my brother,
What's your name?
Joel.
Oh, this shot. I love this shot. Now, this is all going to be filmed in Canmore. I'm so excited to see how they transformed the town. Oh, this looks so good. Canmore Hotel on the right.
Tommy!
I'm not going to cry.
What the fuck you doing here? I came here to save you.
Yeah, he needs saving. Oh, this is so great. I love how they made all this look.
There's more if you need it.
Thank you, ma'am. Been a while since we've had a proper meal.
Actually, I don't think I've ever had a proper meal. This is fucking amazing.
I love Ellie so much.
Let's mind our manners.
What?
What's wrong with you?
What about her manners?
She was just curious. Kids around here don't usually look or talk like you.
Well, maybe I'll teach them. And I want my gun back.
They also aren't armed.
I think maybe y'all got a little off on the wrong foot.
She's gonna have her guys kill us.
We got to be real careful about who we let in this place.
Well, you got a couple of 90-year-olds shitting themselves out there. They say that you leave dead bodies around?
Those are the people who tried us.
A bad reputation doesn't mean you're bad.
We're grateful for your hospitality and all, but it'd be nice to have a moment here, maybe just for family.
Well,
Yeah.
Maria is family, actually.
Oh, shit. Congrats. Joel, say congrats.
Congrats.
How about a tour?
We settled here about 7 years ago.
And you said infected?
Yeah, but usually smaller colonies. Still got my 700, but I found a variable power scope, sub-MOA, and headshot those fuckers from a half-mile out.
Can you teach me how?
No, we can't. How do you keep this place quiet?
Carefully. It's not advertising what we have, saying off the radio. House of worship, multi-faith. School, laundry.
You draw power from a dam.
Got that working a couple years ago. After that, sewage, plumbing, water heaters.
This place actually fucking works.
Yeah. Lovely community.
So, are you, like, in charge?
I'm on the council. democratically elected, serving 300 people, including children.
I love this.
Everything you see in our town, greenhouses, livestock, all shared.
Oh my God, I want to live here. Collective ownership, yes.
Communism.
No.
Nah, it ain't like that.
It is that, literally. This is the commune. We're communists.
I mean, yeah, technically, but not like governmentally, you know.
You want a pet her?
Yeah, what's your name?
Shimmer.
Shimmer.
No. I love the like modern Canmore houses in the background. They're so expensive, by the way. Loving this episode so far. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't seem like you aged much.
You, on the other hand. Thanks for still giving a shit about me.
Aw.
Working on raising some hogs, too. Once we get bacon, I mean, what's even left? So how's Tess?
Oh no.
She's fine. All right.
Good then.
No, Joel.
And the kid?
Trying to find her family somewhere out here. I was heading in this direction, so.
Really? Goodness of your heart.
Yeah, Tommy's gonna smell right through this.
So you know where they might be? These fireflies?
They got a base down at the University of Eastern Colorado, a week's ride south. It is severely fucked up between here and there.
It'll be easy for us. Seeing as how you can headshot infected from half a mile away, which is a bunch of bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, I can't go.
Oh, come on. What, because your wife won't let you?
Joel,
She the one who kept you off the radio? Is that why you stopped messaging me back?
after I ditched the Fireflies, Maria and her crew found me. They didn't have to take me in, but they did. They're very protective of this place.
Wrong people might show up. Is that what I am?
Joel, I'm
Those
gonna...
things I did, Tommy, those things that you judge me for. I did those things to keep us alive.
We did those things. We murdered people. And I don't judge you for it. We survived the only way we knew how. There were other ways. We just weren't any good at them. I'm gonna be a father.
Oh.
So I just gotta be more careful. Feel like I'd be a good dad.
Guess we'll find out.
That was rude.
I guess we'll find out.
What else am I supposed to say?
Congrats, Joel.
Just because life stopped for you doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
Go grab some supplies and be out of your hair in the morning.
Oh man. Wonderful scene, wonderful acting. Love these two. This Henry thing is really affecting him. Holy. Oh no. Oh, this outfit though. Oh, Diva Cup. Yeah. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh.
I love that the show is doing this. We had tampons in one episode. Now we've got a Diva Cup. Thank you for making things realistic for us gals. I appreciate it so much.
Hello, Maria.
Just traded for this. Go ahead, try it on.
It's super fucking purple. Fits. Yeah.
Did you get the thing I left you?
Yeah. Weirdest gift ever.
But useful. Who's been cutting your hair?
World-class salons.
Let me get my scissors.
Oh, whoa, no.
Trim.
I love Maria.
So it was just like your job back then or something?
I was an assistant district attorney. I put bad guys in jail.
Cool, I guess.
You were looking at the little memorial Tommy made?
I'm sorry about your kids.
It's okay. And kid, just Kevin. Sarah was Joel's daughter.
Okay, I had a feeling that the Sarah was about.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay. I guess that explains him a little.
Look, I'm not gonna ask you what you're doing with him.
Good.
But there are clearly things you don't know about Joel.
Oh, like how he used to kill people? I know about that. And Tommy did it too. Are you worried about him?
Tommy was following Joel, the way you are now.
Well, maybe I'm smarter than Tommy. No offense.
You're definitely smart. Would have made a hell of a lawyer. Be careful who you put your faith in. The only people who can betray us are the ones we trust. You understand?
True, but that doesn't mean don't trust anyone.
Grab your super fucking eggplant coat.
Where are we going?
The movies.
Movies? Oh my gosh, look at this.
Yeah?
What, your mother?
Is she looking for Joel?
Met Lucy. What did you tell her? I was moving into
Or maybe just watching Tommy, I don't know.
Figured I'd save you the trouble. I shouldn't have said what I said. I know you're happy for me, it's complicated for you. I'm sorry.
This ride to the university, is it a suicide mission?
It's dangerous, but it's nothing you can't handle.
You've had people go that way and come back.
All of them. What is this?
She's immune.
What?
Ellie, I saw her get bit myself. That was months ago. Months.
From the beginning.
Hell yes.
It was Marlene. She hired us to smuggle her to some fireflies. Tess got bit. She made me swear to take the kid. We made it as far as KC. And then, she saved my life there. 5 years ago, I would have destroyed him. But she had to shoot him to save me because I was too slow and too fucking deaf to hear him coming. I saw a man kill his own brother. to save her while I just watched. And today I thought that dog was gonna tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there. I was so afraid. You think I can still handle things, but I'm not who I was. Lately, there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere, and my heart feels like it stopped. And I have dreams.
What kind of dreams?
I can't remember. I just know that when I wake up, I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep. It's all I do. It's all I've ever done.
I just want to hug
It's failing.
emotional Joel.
You want me to take her?
I'm just gonna get her killed, I know it. I
No,
know it.
Joel.
I have to leave her. I mean, it's why you took off on me, right? To make up for the things we did. You're younger than me. You're still strong. You said it yourself. You'll come back. Tommy, you're the only one I trust. If anyone else sees those bites on her, they'll shoot her. It's the last thing I'll ever ask of you.
I'll take her out at dawn.
Oh, that was a good scene. Feeling emotional.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
Listen,
Why are you here? If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me. You know, I stood up for you today because I thought...
I made this. You'll be way better off with Tommy. He knows the area better than I do.
Do you
and-
give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know. Maria told me about Sarah and...
No. Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. Now come dawn, we're going our separate ways.
That was a good scene. They really made this room look just like the room in the video game.
Come in.
As soon as I saw this room, I knew we were getting that scene. Ugh, emotional damage. Poor Ellie, she's known Tommy for like 8 hours.
You came here to say goodbye or something?
No, I came here to steal one of these horses and go. That was 30 minutes ago, and I guess you deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ellie's like, no offense, Tommy, but I've been rocking with Joel for months now. I prefer him.
Head southeast till you hit I-25. There's a place for you here, both of you.
Counting on it. Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Because Maria took mine, you know.
I already said yes, Joel. Adios, big brother.
You're flinching.
The target's too small.
I made it bigger than I should have. Eject the car.
Rifle just sucks.
Okay, get it. You squeeze the trigger like you love it. Gentle, nice, and slow.
You gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant? It isn't gonna work. It doesn't aim right. You dick.
I love this. Oh, look at this shot, though. I love that so much. And this one, too.
So the way they ran stuff in Jackson, was that how things used to be?
No.
Country's too big for that. Back then, there were basically two main ways of looking at things. Some people wanted to own everything, and some people didn't want anyone to own anything at all.
That's a good way of
Which
putting
one
it.
were you?
Neither, I just did my job. We were called contractors.
The contractor. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were cool. Everybody loved contractors.
Aw.
Made it in 5 days.
Easy days. I don't know what Tommy was so afraid of.
Still time to find out.
Still time to find out. Contractor.
Oh my God, it's my college that I went to. Oh my God, it's so cool seeing it like this. Yo, this is awesome. Oh yeah, walked this so many times.
What, go to classes and stuff?
Yup,
Even though they were adults.
sort of adults. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer.
Aw.
We gotta sing something now.
No,
Come on, man. I'm not gonna laugh.
you're already laughing.
Yeah, okay, true. Well, you're singing for me later. I'm gonna save the fucking world, man. That's the least you can do for me. Are those monkeys?
Must be from the old lab.
Oh my God. Oh, I think this is Mount Royal University in Calgary. Yeah, this looks like Mount Royal. First one was SAIT Polytechnic. Oh,
we go.
firefly symbol.
Yeah.
Gun?
There's a packing list. Something you make before moving.
I feel nervous that they left the horse with a lot of their shit on the horse.
At least it ain't clickers.
Yeah, no fireflies either. Maybe in all that research they turned into fucking monkeys. That's where they went.
All the pins lead there. Out the back.
Yeah, get to your horse. Hurry.
Joe!
Ooh.
Joe! Get on the horse! Go! Get back!
Yeah, Ellie. Get it.
They're not following us. I think we're safe. Joe, no! Shit! Joe? Shh. Open your eyes. Joe, you gotta get up. I can't fucking do this without you. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What the fuck I'm gonna do. Joe. Please.
I'm taking a ride with my best friend.
Ooh, I love this cover. I'm very excited for next week's episode. Holy moly! If you enjoyed that reaction, let me know by hitting that like button down below. Now, most of this review is going to be spoiler-free, aside from maybe like a minute or two at the very, very end of the video, just as a heads up. So my first thoughts about this episode is, wow, this episode felt way longer than an hour for me, and I think it's because we just had Ellie and Joel in so many different locations throughout this whole episode, and this episode felt very chill coming off of episode 5, and it was nice to just be able to relax and see them have fun conversations and be happy and be well fed and have a proper bed to sleep in and just have all of these things that we take for granted today. And it was just nice to kick back and relax to this episode. Speaking of all the different locations we saw Ellie and Joel in, I absolutely loved how the beauty of Alberta was shown in this episode. We had a lot of time in nature, a lot of time in the Rocky Mountains. A lot of where they filmed was in Kananaskis, Alberta, which is one of my favorite areas of the province. The way that they transformed the town of Canmore, Alberta into Jackson was absolutely awesome, and they kept a lot of the original buildings in Canmore in these shots as well. Like, they didn't cover everything, and I just think that the particular street of Canmore that they filmed on was such a good choice for Jackson. And I mentioned Mount Yamnuska being in a lot of the background shots with Joel and Ellie. That is such a unique looking mountain, probably one of the more unique looking mountains in Alberta. I have hiked it, and it was just really cool being able to see that. They picked really good filming locations, and I just want to give a huge shout to the location scouting department, the location team of HBO and The Last of Us. Amazing locations that you guys have chosen. And seeing my college was super fun. I knew that they had filmed there, so ever since finding that out, I was always looking forward to being able to see it in the show. Definitely did not disappoint. I'm sure my reaction completely spoke for how I felt. All right, diving into specifics, we need to talk about the native couple at the very start of the episode. Oh my gosh, Graham Greene and Elaine Miles are absolutely incredible, and we didn't have that much time with them, maybe like 5 minutes, but that was so worth it, and I don't think I'm alone when I say that I would totally watch a show with just these two. Honestly, it was really, really nice to have that humor relief coming off of the end of episode 5. Definitely a nice change of emotion and feeling, and I love that choice. Now, Joel's panic attacks. So I'm someone that doesn't experience panic attacks, but from what I know of how they are and how they feel, I think that Joel's portrayal of them, or Pedro's portrayal of them, for Joel. I think he did a great job. It felt realistic to me. For those of you that do experience panic attacks, let me know in the comments if this show got it right or not. Either way, watching those scenes with Joel made me just want to hug him because I felt so bad for him and just wanted to comfort him. And I felt that way especially in the moment where he thought he was seeing Sarah with her kid, and just you could feel that heartbreak in him. Now, in the Last of Us game, Joel and Ellie have so many conversations when you are out walking around and traversing the country. So it was really nice to actually have some moments of that in this episode, both at the beginning and near the end. I love the conversations about sheep ranches and astronauts and contractors and football. It was just really great to have that. I kind of wish we almost had more of that spread throughout all of the episodes, but it's okay. The reunion of Tommy and Joel was absolutely everything that I was expecting it to be, and I loved how it was filmed. And I'm not gonna spoil outright, but there is one particular reunion in Game of Thrones. And if you watch that scene and then you pull this scene up and you watch them like side by side, or you watch one after the other, HBO kind of has a reunion formula, it feels like, almost. The two scenes are very similar in how they are filmed and shot, and even how the actors act. And it was really funny to recognize that a little bit. One thing in particular I liked about Tommy and Joel's reunion is that the camera focused on Ellie, and I love how Bella acted Ellie's reaction to that, because there was a mixture of things there for me. I felt jealousy in Ellie, but I also felt that Ellie was seeing Joel, seeing that Joel has capability to love and to smile and laugh and be just like really, really happy like that. And yeah, there was just a good mixture of that in her, and I really appreciated that we got to see that. Everything about Jackson was absolutely amazing. The way it looked, the way it felt, all of the extras, actors, the interior of the buildings, it was awesome. I really loved when Ellie and Joel were chowing down on their food, and then at one point Joel asked Maria to leave, basically saying that he just wants it to be family, but he didn't ask Ellie to leave. Definitely a big jump in progress for Joel there with how he thinks about Ellie. Definitely becoming not so much cargo, but more family now. Moving on to the conversation where Tommy and Joel have a conversation and Joel comes clean about everything and actually speaks the truth, and then gets really emotional and vulnerable. I really, really love and appreciate when strong, tough men can show moments of vulnerability in stories like this, and we definitely got that huge in this episode, and Pedro and Gabriel just knocked it out of the park, but Pedro especially. And I read somewhere in between watching this episode and recording this part today, because I just finished editing this reaction, but I read somewhere that Joel actually acted that way through Gabriel's lines. Because they film it all separately, right? Like they film Joel's stuff and then they film Tommy's stuff. So when they were filming Tommy's lines and Tommy's angle, apparently Pedro was acting the way that we see him, even though he didn't have to, but he wanted to keep it realistic for Gabriel, and I just love that. Definitely the best moment of the episode for me was the scene between Joel and Ellie in the bedroom, and that's one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. It's the cutscene that I always cry at and get emotional with, and I really love that Neil and Craig have taken the most impactful cutscenes from the game, and with most of them, they haven't really changed much. Obviously, it's not 100% exact, and I wouldn't want it to be because I've seen the ones in the game so many times. I want to see the live action version, and I am expecting it to have slightly different lines and a slightly different feel to it, but still capture the spirit of what it was like in the game. And I think that these scenes so far across all of these episodes that we've watched have just done it really, really well. But this scene in particular, I think that Pedro and Bella did a fantastic job. I love that Bella acted very similar to how Ashley does in the game, and it was just great. And I started crying the moment that first line was spoken, because I knew I just wouldn't be able to hold it in. Still on the topic of Jackson, I just want to clarify and touch on my comments about the whole communist scene, which, by the way, that scene is fantastic because obviously Tommy, being a Texan and someone who fought, you can just make the assumption that yes, he was a Republican and he was probably all for capitalism and participated in it without an issue. Whereas Joel, we get clarification in this episode that he kind of didn't really pick sides. He wasn't really on any kind of side. I don't think Joel is someone that would have a super strong political or system affiliation whatsoever. Like he said, he just did his job. And I feel like Joel very strongly is just someone like that just does what he needs to do, participates in the system at play, but otherwise just has no strong feelings about anything either way. When you look at a place like Jackson, a group of 300 people living in a world that basically has forced humanity to start over from scratch, true communism and a true commune like what they're doing makes the most sense, and it does fucking work. My initial reaction of saying no at the same moment that Tommy said no when Joel first said, oh, communism. The reason I did that was because my brain was immediately defaulting to like today's communism in today's communist countries where there is millions of people, and obviously it is not a situation like Jackson. So for my brain, hearing communism, my initial reaction was no, because I was thinking about that. But Jackson is true communism. Jackson is just like how indigenous ancestors on our land lived before colonialism took over and then capitalism was invented and took over. In a true commune like this, everyone has a role to play. Everyone helps out. Everyone pitches in. Everything is shared. Nobody is left behind. Nobody is treated as lesser than. Everyone is together and equal in this group, and it thrives. And I just love that. I can tell you right now that if our world goes to shit just like The Last of Us, maybe without the whole infected thing, but maybe even if, I don't care. I am finding a group like the people in Jackson, or I'm starting one of my own. I don't care. That is how I would want to live, 100%. Now, the ending of this episode was chaotic but quick. My favorite part about it was Ellie's desperation with Joel, because this is her first time out of a QZ. This is her first time navigating the big wide open space that is the United States, and she was panicking. She doesn't know what to do. Joel is definitely her leader and who she follows, and yeah, she's capable, but she's still also only 14 and she's never experienced this before. But the thing with Ellie is that she's smart, and when it comes to emergencies like this, I feel like humans are a lot more capable than we think we are of dealing with stuff like this. So very excited for episode 7. Anyway, that wraps up my spoiler-free thoughts on this episode. If you don't want spoilers, now is your time to exit. I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next reaction. All right, spoiler talk. I just want to touch on a handful of things. I'm not going to be talking here very long, but first I just want to talk about Jackson, like just Jackson, period, as an idea. Obviously, for those of you that have played the games, Jackson was really not in the first game at all, but it was a very big part of the second game. And I really love how we got Jackson in this first season, and the way that they made Jackson look just like how it looks in the second game is incredible, and it made me so happy. Now, it wasn't a surprise for me because I knew that Jackson was going to be in the show, simply because I knew they were filming in Canmore, and the news articles that came out about that and the tweets that I saw, they said, oh, they're filming in Canmore because it's going to be turned into Jackson, Wyoming. So that was really interesting to me because I was like, oh, so Jackson's going to be in the show. Interesting. I just really like that fans are able to see Jackson before Jackson becomes such a big part of the story. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a teaser or a sneak peek or whatever. And with Jackson, did anyone else notice the Dina spot? Now, I know that Neil and Craig have not explicitly confirmed that it is or isn't Dina, but I mean, come on. There's that conversation in the second game between Ellie and Dina where Ellie talks about her first time in Jackson and how there was so much food and she felt like she couldn't eat enough or whatever she says. And then Dina says, oh yeah, I remember seeing you. Well, this was totally Neil and Craig's way of just like kind of like appeasing the fans of the game while actually putting in a little bit of a foreshadow for people that are new to the story. So having that little moment where Ellie yells at her, what? And then we see this person run off. That was totally Dina, and I'm gonna believe it's Dina, and I'm sure that it's gonna be confirmed next season. But yeah, it was a good moment. And in addition to that, we also got to meet a baby Shimmer, which was so exciting and so fun. And I just love that we got that little moment. It was literally like 10 seconds long, but it was so perfect and definitely just like a little bit of fan service while still being a little bit of an introduction and then ultimately a foreshadowing for people new to the story. And that's literally it for my spoiler thoughts. I told you it wasn't going to be very long. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited to read your comments down below and read your thoughts on this episode, and I'm so excited to put out my reaction to episode 7. Thank you again for watching. If you're not yet subscribed, please click here to do so, and if you want to continue watching something, click over here. Thank you to all my YouTube subs and everyone supporting on Patreon. Thank you and take care.